Hey everybody. Congratulations, hopefully, on getting your first speech accomplished. I hope you feel great and you're excited for this next week. So, your D2L navigation assignments have been uploaded to the Dropbox. So, I graded them. I basically have a little rubric on the file, and then I uploaded the file back to your Dropbox. If you go to Dropbox, it'll say feedback, and then it will tell you the reasons that you got that score and things. If you did not get rubrics uploaded to the right Dropboxes, you'll want to make sure you're still doing that, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get your speech feedback on things like the annual bag, all the speeches. You won't be able to see what you're doing right or wrong, and you're going to want that because you'll want to improve throughout the semester. So for this week, you have quiz number 1. You'll notice the quiz content has been updated to match our new book. If you're still having issues with the book or things of that nature, just go ahead and email me. But the quiz content is different now because I've updated it to the new book, and we are using an online textbook, which is wonderful because it's free. So check that out. Quiz 1, it's due, you have the whole week to do it. And I believe I'm giving you 2 attempts to do it just to make sure you can go through the quiz once and kind of see what it's all about and then do it one more time because it can be a little tricky or a little different to get that figured out. So quiz number 1 is due this week. Then discussion post number 3 is also due. It's just another discussion post. You guys are doing a pretty good job of that. The speech of the week number 2 is also due, which is on the home page, which I believe is above me. And that, again, is like a discussion post, except it just revolves around that speech. Now, the persuasive topic assignment is also due this week, and that's going to be uploaded to the Dropbox. But basically, what you're going to do is give 3 topics that you would like to use during your persuasive speech. Now, instead of just saying, number 1, texting and driving, you need to say, number 1, texting and driving is either bad or good, or whatever you decide on it. So you have to take a stance. You can't just say, my topic is dogs. What about dogs? So my topic is dogs. Everyone should have a dog. That's your persuasive sort of statement, your thesis, what you think. And then what you do is you write, so number 1, everyone should have a dog. And then underneath that, you write 150 to 300 words, justification. Just saying, this is why I want to give this speech. This is how I think I think this online audience would like it. Just talk a little bit about it and maybe where you're coming from. And then do another one. So number 2, everyone should have a cat. Maybe, and then say, well, I think everyone should have a cat because I have a cat. And just sort of write about it, but make sure you're taking a stance. I'm going to talk a little bit about persuasive speaking right now, but I'm going to talk more about it later. But what I want to tell you is that with these persuasive speeches, you do not need to pick this really large-scale hot topic. Abortion is bad. Quite honestly, if that's one of your topics you're going to present to me in that assignment, I'm probably going to say not in this course because within 3 to or however many minutes long the persuasive speech is, it's pretty unlikely that you're going to be able to change somebody's view on those really hot topic issues. Not that I wouldn't love to give speeches on those, but this course just doesn't give you enough time and background to properly do those speeches well. So if you are someone who's so passionate about really maybe a hot issue right now, what we usually suggest is that you take an advanced speaking course potentially the next semester because that's really going to be the place where you're going to be able to just dominate a speech like that. This course is an introduction. So things like everyone should have a dog, everyone should try rock climbing. Those types of topics are maybe going to be better just for this type of class, but don't shy away from things like texting and driving is bad or more serious topics. This is kind of anything you want it to be. And then what happens is you upload the topics to me. There's 3 of them. They all have 150 to 300 word justifications. You'll just put it in a Word document, upload it to the Dropbox, and then I'll pick one. And in the feedback, I'll say, this is what you're going to speak on, and I'll give you a reason. But do rank order. So number 1, the topic you want to speak on the most. 2 and 3, obviously not quite as much. So that's kind of how the persuasive topic goes. And a little bit more on persuasion. People sometimes think that during a persuasive speech, I need to get this person over here who believes abortion is good to just hop on my boat and say, no, abortion is bad. That's not really what we're trying to do because doing that and I can't remember how long it is. 3 to 5, I believe. 4 to 6? I need to look it up. Having somebody jump from one shift to the other is probably not going to happen in that small amount of time. So what we look to do is persuasiveness kind of falls on this continuum. So if I'm here on the issue and you're here on the issue, all you're really trying to get me to do is move maybe a little bit closer. Maybe you just think a little bit differently about your topic, or maybe kind of do start to move even further. But odds are, within the small amount of time you get to speak, and no matter how effective you are, it's going to be pretty tough to make somebody just jump ship and come hang out over here. Because all of us have our views, opinions. So persuasive speaking is more about getting people to move. And hopefully that kind of makes sense. That metaphor always worked pretty well for me. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Like I said, it'll just be a Word document that you'll upload to the Dropbox. You guys are busy. I'm busy. You have lots to do. So I'm going to end the video here for the week. But I am so excited to get to your speeches. Speaking of which, after we hit in speeches, it usually takes me about 2 weeks to get them uploaded, the feedback uploaded to you, because it does take a lot of time for me to sit and grade and watch, and I love it, but it does take me a lot of time. So be a little bit patient with me on that. I will, get it done as quickly as I can. Any other questions, as always, just go ahead and email me. Otherwise, have a fantastic week. See you later, guys.